President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi on Tuesday called on Egyptians to adhere to the precautionary and preventative measures against COVID-19 to curb the spread of the virus, which the president said still exists in the country. Al-Sisi made the statement in a televised speech that took place during a meeting held with high-level officials to review the current situation concerning the coronavirus in Egypt. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi was briefed on Tuesday of the current status of the coronavirus pandemic throughout the country. This came during the President's meeting with Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli, Minister of Higher Education and Scientific Research Khaled Abdel Ghaffar, Minister of Health Hala Zaid, the President's Advisor for Health Affairs Mohammed Awad Taghiddin, Chairman of the Egyptian Authority for Unified Purchase General Bahauddin Zidane, and Director of the Armed Forces Medical Services Administration, General Magdi Amin. Presidential spokesman Bassem Radi said that President al-Sisi reviewed the current status of the virus since the start of the pandemic in Egypt last February and up until now, passing through the beginning of the second wave of the pandemic. The meeting also tackled the current status of the coronavirus pandemic worldwide as well as Egypt's efforts in this context. The head of state issued directives to support the work of the National Scientific Committee for Vaccines Researchers with additional qualified cadres in order to import the best vaccines. At the end of the meeting, President al-Sisi delivered a speech to the Egyptian people, urging them to take all precautionary measures against the virus. During his speech, President al-Sisi hailed the efforts exerted by the medical staff to supply good health care for all Egyptians. Al-Sisi stressed that the state has adopted a balanced policy in dealing with the pandemic without causing excessive panic among Egyptians. The head of state said that the pandemic is still there and that all residents should continue to take precautionary measures in order to confront the second wave of the coronavirus successfully and without being obliged to apply hard precautionary measures. The president added that the economic reform which the country has adopted has helped it to confront the repercussions of the coronavirus. He explained that awareness is the real and best vaccine against the virus, saying that awareness can prevent the rapid spread of the pandemic. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi instructed on Tuesday to immediately establish plasma derivative centers in Egypt. The president also gave his directives to initiate a vital and precise mechanism which guarantees the best performance with the Spanish company for gathering and manufacturing plasma derivatives, Grifols, stressing that the project has a priority at states level. This came during the president's meeting with the head of the Spanish company in the attendance of Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli, Health and Population Minister Dr. Hala Zaid, and Presidential Advisor for Health Affairs Dr. Mohammed Awad Taghiddin. Presidential spokesman Bassem Radi said the meeting reviewed the general implementation plan of the national project for collecting and manufacturing of plasma derivatives in Egypt in partnership with the Spanish company Grifols. For their part, Grifols officials expressed their honor for meeting President al-Sisi and their happiness of cooperation with Egypt in the field of technology. The second and final day of voting in the runoff of the first phase of the parliamentary elections concluded on Tuesday, with 220 candidates competing for 110 seats in the individual system. Voters cast their ballots in the governorates of Giza, the New Valley, Fayoum, Bani Suef, Ilminia, Asyut, Bahira, Sohag, Inna, Luxor, Aswan, Alexandria and Matruh over 2 days. 32 candidates won in the first round of the first phase of the elections, which are being carried out under a full judiciary supervision and amid precautionary measures to prevent the spread of the coronavirus. The final results of the parliamentary elections are to be formally announced by the National Elections Authority on December 14th.